Daddy. What's an income truck?
Ho, 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 an income truck? Where did you hear that, son?
Billy says his father made a killing by short-selling income trucks before Jim Flaherty's Halloween surprise on October 31st in 2006. Billy says that's why his father can afford a house in the Bahamas and a yacht and the Swiss bank accounts.
Ho, 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 now I see. What you mean are income trusts, not income trucks.
What's an income trust, Dad?
Well, an income trust was an investment trust that was created to hold interest in the operating assets of a company. Income from the operating assets flowed through to the trust, which paid out the income to the owners of the trust, the unit holders.
Were income trusts a good thing, Dad?
They were a good thing for investors who required income, such as retired people.
Like Grandpa Ebu, you mean?
Yes, Grandpa Ebu had quite a substantial investment in income trusts at one time.
Why, Dad? Why did Grandpa Ebu invest in income trusts for income? Why were income trusts good for people who required income?
Well, as you know, Grandpa Ebu doesn't have a company pension. So he required some form of income to fund his retirement. Income trusts were good investments for income because the income trust paid out substantially all of its income to the unit holders. Since it paid out all of its pre-tax income, that meant that the income trust paid little or no income tax.
So since it didn't pay much income tax, there was more money available to be paid out to the unit holders.
Right you are, son. Yields of 10 or 12% were possible with income trusts, meaning many retired persons invested heavily in them.
So what happened to income trusts, Dad, if they were such a good thing?
Well, the Conservative Party promised not to tax income trusts if they were elected to form the next government. But in October 2006 they changed their mind and decided to tax income trusts. That meant that most of the income trusts, except for real estate investment trusts, had to convert to corporations and start paying tax. Since they would have to pay tax, they wouldn't be able to pay out as much to unit holders.
So the Conservatives broke their promise. What happened, Dad?
Well, following the announcement on Halloween, the value of the income trust units fell dramatically. Many retirees saw much of their investments get wiped out. That's why they call it Jim Flaherty's Halloween surprise.
I remember that.
Shebu, how could you remember that? You were only 3 years old at the time.
But I do remember, Dad. That was the time that Grandpa Ebu climbed up on the roof and threatened to jump off. Remember? The fire trucks came with all of their flashing lights, and the firemen had to put up ladders to convince Grandpa Ebu not to jump. Remember?
Yes, I remember, but I didn't think that you would.
But it all turned out all right in the end, didn't it, Dad? Grandpa Ebu didn't jump off the roof.
No. No, you're right, I guess. It all turned out all right in the end. I suppose.
And Grandpa Ebu is quite happy working at a job as a greeter at the Gigantomart, isn't he, Dad? Dad?
Yes. Yes, I suppose you could say that. I suppose he is happy working again. At the age of 75. At the Gigantomart.